What's going on, everyone? All right, in this video, we are going to start building a website. I've already got the waycoachforkids.com. We're going to make a couple adjustments, a couple tweaks, replan it with Claude, and then bring everything into Thrive. Why Thrive? I'm going to get into that. Let's get started. All right, here we go. So right now I'm on ExCloud, and this is my hosting platform of choice. I'm going to put a link in the description, but this is super easy. It's basically like a cover. You can do managed hosting. You can get a VPS from anywhere and then just have this manage it from the back end. This is where I host all of my websites. So if you're interested, check out the link below. Highly recommend. So I made a staging site with this. Right here, this is the WayCoach staging site, and I'm keeping this really simple. And the main thing that I did with this is I uninstalled everything, and I only kept Thrive themes on. Now, I did a video before of my frustration with Elementor, but just a quick recap on why I can't stand Elementor is it's just too much. It's too much. Every plugin, every little thing that comes out with Elementor, it's like adding 20 more widgets to it, and then the thing just ends up running so slow, and I can't stand it anymore, to be honest. I was using it for full quiver, and I want to put in a simple header, and then I got like 20 different header widgets. Like, this is an animated header, this is a regular header, this is a double header, and I'm like, there's too much design choice. Like, when you just want to get something done, you just want something to be clean, Elementor is just becoming way too much. Now, you might not use Elementor, or you might love it, and in that case, great. I'm sticking with Thrive, even though they haven't really been as innovative as I wanted them to be. It's just a simple builder. It's a simple builder. I'm not a fan of the pricing. I think they're getting way too expensive, but I will have a couple courses soon that go into Thrive and that go into Claude and a couple other things. So if you are interested, let me know in the comments, and then we might have some special pricing for some special products and lifetime licenses that I have, as long as you're, my client. So we'll talk about that another time. In any case, I'm sticking with Thrive. This is what we got. So on the project manager, here's what I installed. Thrive Leads, which is really getting the forms and the pop-ups and anything that I want. Yep, I could use ConvertBox, and I probably will in certain occasions. But Thrive Leads, I just have it. Just gives me an extra blocks that I can play around with. Keep an ultimatum off. I have Thrive Ovation because we have a lot of testimonials and I want to highlight them throughout the website, and that's what Thrive Ovation does. So we got Thrive Ovation, we've got Thrive Architect, which is the builder, and comments because I'm going to be focusing a lot more on SEO for this website, which I haven't done before, but for those that don't know me, the first 6 years of my career, I did nothing but search engine optimization and web development. Now, yeah, a lot of things have changed, but the principles pretty much stay the same. So going to be focusing on that, and I don't really need a lot of other things on this website other than Thrive. I was thinking of doing Thrive Apprentice, but I don't think we're going to focus on online courses for this website because a lot of the stuff is in person. So we may just hold off on that, and I don't really need any of the other stuff. So that's it, and now we're going to start building. So let's head into Claude, and I'll show you how I planned the whole thing out. So here we are in Claude, and this is where I do all of my planning, and I really like Claude because it helps keep things organized, and this is one of the things that I did. And based on previous conversations, because I'll have a lot of conversations with Claude, brain dumping on it and asking it, okay, tweak this, what do you think of this, how can I go about this, and then it just kind of steers my brain and I go, okay, all right, this is what I want to do. Now, of course, Claude isn't perfect, just like any AI. They still hallucinate once in a while, so you got to kind of reel them in to keep everything aligned and focused. So the first thing I did was say, go back to the conversations we had from the weight coach, and what did we discuss? I need to organize everything. So it gave me some feedback. I said, all right, let's go. Here's the core audience. This is what I'm looking to do. It's got the foundation. It asked me a couple questions. I asked the questions, and then it gives me a whole outline. Now, what's funny is I hated it. You can see right here, I said, I hate this. Hook pain point, homeschooling doesn't have to be lonely. No, that's not what we're doing here. So keep talking to it, and then go back and forth until it gives you what you're looking for. So this is the second part that we came up with. I was working on a lead magnet as well. It gave me the lead magnet, 10 ways to teach biblical principles at home. I said this doesn't make sense. Again, just going back and forth. And eventually it led me all to down here, which is the index code. Now, I've been working with Claude to not just throw some garbage up because it's always annoying and it's really hit or miss. This one actually came out pretty nice, but still, there's no depth to it. It's just very blue. So I'm going to actually take this information and we're going to bring it into Thrive themes just like it is, but of course, with a couple little design tweaks. The one reason why I asked it to create the HTML was because if it just did something like this, where is it? Like a text file. So it has text files here. Everything's HTML. If it just did something like this, to me, this is a pain in the butt to try to visually see, number one, and try to translate it to the web page. So with something just like this, I would have to, go into Thrive, pick a starting template, and then see if I can match these things up and go, okay, let's see, this is the headline. Do I left align it? Do I right align it? Then I got to copy this. And this is annoying to me. I am a very visual person. It's just easier for me to see stuff. So having something like this takes all of that content and it puts it in a nice little readable way. So now when I go into Thrive, I can say, okay, here's the headline. Boom. Use my fonts, use my information, use all my stuff. I could keep a gradient. I could put an image back there. I could do all sorts of things. I could break up the bottom with a cool little border on the bottom and just do different things. And I love how this is kind of see-through too. So this just gives me a better idea and a better look. So this is a faith-based learning through biblical principles and STEM. I have my call to actions over here. I have a little extra information that is subtle, but it's still highlighted because of the border that's around it, which I love. Why families choose the way coach. I have all of my highlighted elements that I told it to put in there. Getting started is simple. We have the different programs. I have testimonials here, which I can use with the Thrive Ovation. This is my Thrive leads. If you're not ready to enroll, we got you covered. You could subscribe to something. Now I can start collecting email addresses with the free guide that it already created. And I have my footer where they have 3 different call to actions. So this just gives me a really, really good visual place to start when I bring this into Thrive. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 columns in the footer. I have all of these different sections, and I know what each and every section needs to do, needs to say. And then as far as look, now I could find a template that matches everything. And if it doesn't have everything, at least it's going to get really, really close to it, or I can start banging this out. So let's go. Let's take this. Let's bring it into Thrive, and let's get to work. All right, so let's get into this. Let's just start, and I'm probably going to just cruise by a little bit and explain what I can explain and share with you how I build this. But ultimately, I mean, it's just building a website. If you're new to building a website, this will definitely help. If you've built this a million times before, you could skip it. Let's see, or you could just see how I build websites. So let's add the page. This is going to be the home page. Home page, and then I publish it. Boop. It's a staging site, so it doesn't matter if I publish it anyway. And then we're going to go ahead and launch Thrive Architect. And we are going to do a blank page with a header and footer. And actually, I did skip a step because the really, really cool thing about Thrive is that it has the theme builder, which is great, where you can upload the style of the entire website, right? Like you could do the header, you could do all that stuff, and it's really fun. We pretty much already have everything here. I don't think I'm going to change the look so much from this. I might change the footer, but I mean, that's really it. But other than that, I think the header is pretty much going to stay the same. And everything's going to change. Everything's going to stay the same unless I need it to change. But let's go ahead. We're going to add a hero block. So let's click on add a block. We're going to go to hero section right here. And let's see what we got. Let's just pick one. I don't like any of these. Let's pick this one. These are just going to be starting points. I'm not necessarily going to use the same layout and everything. I probably don't even need the block, to be honest. But I just want to get a starting point for all of this stuff. So we've got the hero, and then we're going to do the, let's see, what was the next part? Why families choose us. And we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Something with 6 blocks. So we could go through here. We could see, let's go with product highlight. Do those have block boxes? No. List content, 4 here. Oh, we got 4 blocks here, so we could start with that. Benefits and features. I kind of like this a little better, and then I'll just double it. So again, just a starting point, so I know what we're working with, and then we can, lay everything out later. So get rid of this, and then this content box is the columns. I'll just dupe that, and now we got 6. So let's go back here. What's the next one? Getting started is simple. 1, 2, 3. So we want a simple 1, 2, 3-step process. Look at that. Bam. Done. Getting started is simple. 1, 2, 3. Next block, our programs. So we kind of want, I'm not going to have 2 because there is no 2. Actually, there is a 2, but they're both 2-day programs, just different times. So let's see if we can just find a split box, maybe a payment box or something like that. And this is just the ones that come with this theme. So Thrive has a ton of different themes. If I want to get away from this theme and use something totally different, I can. Like, I don't need to use these blocks, but this is the theme I chose, so we're gonna rock with it. Let's see. I'm not seeing anything split like a pricing table or something. Show me all the blocks. Let's go. I'm just looking for something like this, but these are blogs, so I'm not gonna do that. Nothing yet. I would say if you see something, say something, but I can't hear you, and that's okay. Here we go. Well, these are testimonials. Geez, nothing with just a. Oh, this has split, but these are lists. No pricing tables, huh? I wonder if that's just something that Thrive is missing. I doubt it, because I'm pretty sure they have it somewhere else. Let's just put something here like this, and then we'll focus on this later. Let me see if there's like a pricing table thing here. Yeah, look, there's a pricing table right there. So see, we just cruise through this. Bum, bum, bum. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. So we're gonna do 2 programs. Oh, that's cool. But I don't have 3. I only have 2. That's all right. Let's pick that one. That one's cool. They do got some pretty cool designs. Oh, we may even change it to the other one. Either way, we have our starting points, which is great. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Da-da-da. All right, let's see. This is, no, what was this? Our programs. Right here. Bam. Okay. We are cruising. We are cruising. Get rid of these. Just a little cleanup because it takes no time. All right. Let's see. What else we got? What are people saying? You already know. Testimonials. Bing, bong, boom. Let's do this one. Well, I really don't have pictures of people. I mean, I don't know how many testimonials you get where people are like, yeah, use my picture. So maybe we'll use this without the picture and just have the 5 stars on it. And this is pretty like custom made there. So let's see if we could use the Ovation. Yeah, you see integrations, display testimonials, which is what we would want to do down here. And then it's going to give us all the different templates to display the testimonials, which we can use. See, this is, again, just another reason why I like Thrive. It does just make things easier. Let's use this one for right now. I know I don't have any testimonials. Oh, maybe I have to have the testimonials there. All right, whatever. So we'll have this here, and once I put the testimonials in, at least we get the look. So let's see. So that's testimonials. What else we got? Not ready. So this is going to be the lead capture, which is great. So let's just look for lead capture, which is pricing table lead gen. Bam. We could do this one. I like that one. That's cool. And then we'll put some stuff there. And what's cool about what Thrive added was, look, they have the webhook now, which is, I'm so excited for this. Like, you have no idea. One of the big reasons I'm excited for this is because when I created the CRM, that tag simplified. Oh, okay. Tasks. No, I have too much stuff here. All right, whatever. These are all fake names anyway. I added the webhook under preferences. So now I can just go and create a new webhook, and then everything gets added to my CRM, which is just, I don't know, to me, it's just the coolest thing in the world. So that's a little plug. CRM, that's my CRM. If you're interested, like and comment below and do all the YouTube stuff. All right. Anyway, so now we got the lead capture, and then after the lead capture, we're going to do, what is this? Call to action with some buttons. So let's do this. We're going to do CTA. Look, this one has 3 buttons. Oh, this one has like 4 buttons. Let's do a call to action like this. But we're just going to do, we're going to add just columns here below this. We're going to do 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. And then we're going to put the button there, put the button there, put the button there. And this will be the call to action section, which is centered anyway, which means we could just, oops, delete the column, trash. All right. Now we have ourselves a wonderful layout with every piece that we need. Of course, getting rid of certain things that we don't need, delete this, but this is all, oh my gosh, I can't delete it. This is all like semantics. Like, I'm not going to use this image, but this is a great starting point to the home page. So all I have to do now is start bringing this information here, put it in. I have all my sections already created. Do a little bit of tweaking, make sure the designs line up and everything matches. Got the testimonials. I got all of this stuff. So the layout is done. And that's like 90% of the website. That's 90% of the website. So within the time allotted that we took to build this out, like, the entire thing is there. Now it's that last 10% of the tweaking, the getting everything just right, the getting everything to be aligned together. That's where everything starts to really get down to the nitty gritty. Like, this has to get centered. I have to make sure the images are right. And that's going to be the rest of it. But the layout is there. We are in a great spot. I'm going to cut the video here. If you guys want to see me continuing to build this website out, just let me know in the comments. I'd be happy to do it on camera. Otherwise, I'm probably going to be doing it at 11 o'clock at night and just pounding away at it. And if there's anything else you want to know about, let me know in the comments. All right. That's it for this video. God bless. Take care. I'll see you next time.